Have you ever wondered why some people live past 80 and still seem so peaceful, clear-minded and steady? They walk slowly, but with strength. They may eat lightly, but their faces are full of life. They don't move like they're in pain. And they don't seem to fear aging at all. They age differently, gracefully, with calm, with balance. But how? Is it their genes? Is it special medicine? Or is there something simpler? Many of these long-living people, especially monks and elders in traditional communities, share one thing in common. They live with intention. They eat simply. They rest deeply. And they treat each meal as an act of care. In Buddhist monasteries, food is never rushed. It's never taken for granted. It's never eaten in front of a screen or on the go. Instead, food is received with gratitude, chewed slowly, and stopped when the body says, "That's enough." They follow an ancient rhythm, a rhythm that doesn't chase youth, but honours aging as a natural, even beautiful part of life. And that rhythm begins with what they eat. This video is not about strict diets or counting calories. It's not about avoiding carbs or chasing superfoods. It's about something much more important. How to eat in a way that keeps the body light, the mind clear, and the heart peaceful. We call this the monk's longevity diet, but it's not really a diet. It's a way of life, a way of eating, thinking and living that supports you as you age. It's simple, it's gentle, and it works. In the next few minutes, you'll learn what monks do differently at mealtime, the calming foods they rely on, and how these ancient practices can support you even today. You don't need to become a monk, and you don't need to change everything all at once. But if you're open to small changes, practiced with care, you may find yourself feeling lighter, clearer, and stronger day by day. Let's begin with the first practice monks follow every time they eat. It's a quiet rule, but it makes a powerful difference. We call it eat until you're 80% full. In many monasteries, there's a quiet rule at every meal. Stop eating when your stomach is 80% full, not 100%. Not until you feel heavy, but just before that. Right at the point when you feel satisfied, but still light. To some, this may sound unusual. Why stop early? Isn't it better to feel full and stay full longer? But the monks know something important. When you stop before you're full, you give your body space to breathe. You give your digestion a chance to rest, and you teach your mind something powerful, how to listen. When we eat slowly and stop early, we prevent the stomach from stretching too much. This helps reduce pressure in the body. It lowers the risk of indigestion, bloating and sluggishness, and over time it can support a healthier weight and lower inflammation. The body doesn't need to be stuffed. It needs to be nourished, gently, consistently, and in balance. Modern science now confirms what monks have practiced for centuries. People who eat until they are 80% full often live longer. They have fewer heart problems, and they experience better digestion and energy throughout the day. But this habit is not just physical, it's also deeply spiritual. In Buddhism, eating is considered a practice in mindfulness. Monks are taught to pause halfway through a meal, to observe their body, and to ask a simple question: am I still eating because I'm hungry, or just because it tastes good? Tastes. This moment of checking in creates awareness, and awareness is the first step toward peace. When we eat without thinking, we tend to eat too much. When we eat with awareness, we learn to stop when the body says, "That's enough." And when we do that, the body feels light, the breath feels free, and the heart stays calm. You don't need to change your whole diet. Start with one small change. At your next meal, slow down. Take smaller bites. Chew more than usual. And halfway through, gently pause. Ask yourself, do I need more, or am I already okay? If you feel satisfied, stop there. You can always eat again later. But that small moment of restraint, done with kindness, will give your body the balance it needs. And over time, this habit will give you more than just physical lightness. It will give you mental clarity, emotional calm, and a sense of being in control, not through force but through care. In the next part, we'll explore a second principle monks live by. It has nothing to do with calories, but everything to do with the energy of food itself. Let's continue with eat living foods, not lifeless ones. Monks believe that food is not just made of nutrients, it also carries energy. Some foods are alive. They come from the earth. They grow with sunlight, water, and time. They still hold the life that made them grow. Other foods are lifeless. They sit in packages. They are made in factories, not in fields. They last for months, but give us very little real nourishment. Monks are taught to eat foods that are close to nature, because food that still carries life supports life. Living foods are fresh. They are whole. They are as close as possible to their natural form. Vegetables that were picked just a few days ago. Grains that haven't been stripped of their fibre, seeds, nuts and fruits that still hold their shape and colour. Living foods often spoil faster, and that's a good thing. It means they haven't been altered. It means they're still full of enzymes, water and natural energy. When you eat living foods, you're not just feeding the body. You're giving it something real, something the cells recognise, something the body knows how to use. Lifeless foods are overly processed. They come in boxes and bags. They are filled with preservatives, flavour chemicals and sugar. They may taste good in the moment, but they leave us tired afterward. They make the body work harder. They burden digestion, and over time they take more than they give. Monks avoid foods that feel dead, not just because of health, but because of awareness. They believe that what you eat becomes part of you. So if the food has no life in it, how can it give you the energy to live well? There's a phrase often shared in mindfulness teachings. When we eat with awareness, we're eating the sun, the rain and the soil. It reminds us that food is a gift from nature, and when we respect it, it gives something back. That's why monks bless their meals, not as a religious act, but as a moment of gratitude. They pause, they breathe, they recognize the life that went into their food, and they eat with care. You don't have to live in a temple to do this. You can start right at your table. At your next meal, look at your plate. Ask yourself, how close is this food to nature? Try to choose more foods that still look like they once did on the farm. A whole tomato, not ketchup, steamed rice, not puffed chips, fresh herbs, not flavoured powder. Even small changes matter. Maybe you add a fresh salad to your lunch, or replace packaged bread with a warm bowl of oats, or drink water with lemon instead of soda. These small shifts invite more life into your life. And when your body feels more alive, your energy becomes steadier, your skin becomes brighter, and your heart feels lighter. In the next part, we'll talk about how monks time their meals and why they almost never eat late at night. It's a small habit, but it can change how you sleep, how you digest, and how you feel every morning. Let's move on to eat when the sun is up, rest when it's down. Many monks follow a simple rhythm. They eat when the sun is up, and they stop eating before the sun goes down. This might seem old-fashioned, but there's deep wisdom behind it. The body, just like nature, follows a daily rhythm. This rhythm is called the circadian clock. It tells your body when to wake, when to rest, and yes, when to digest. When we eat in harmony with this rhythm, the body works more smoothly, digestion is stronger, blood sugar stays stable, and sleep comes more easily. At night the body starts to slow down. It prepares to clean itself, to repair cells, to rest deeply. But if we eat too late, especially heavy or oily food, the body shifts its energy from repair to digestion. That means poor sleep, more inflammation, and tired mornings, even if we slept through the night. Monks understand this. That's why most monasteries serve the last meal before sunset. After that, only water or light herbal teas are taken. By the time they sleep, their stomach is empty, and the body can focus on healing. As we age, digestion naturally slows down. It takes longer to break down food. Heavier meals leave us feeling bloated or sluggish, but when we eat earlier, when the body's fire is still strong, we absorb more nutrients. We avoid acid reflux, and we allow the organs to rest at night as they were designed to. This habit also helps with blood pressure, weight control, and mental clarity. You wake up feeling lighter, more refreshed, and more in tune with your body. You don't need to skip dinner completely. You can start slowly. Try to have your main meal at lunchtime. Make dinner lighter, like a bowl of soup, some lightly steamed vegetables or fruit and nuts, and finish eating at least 2 to 3 hours before bed. Notice how you feel. At first, it may feel unfamiliar, but within a few days, your sleep may deepen. Your mornings may become easier, and your body may thank you in quiet ways. Buddhist teachers often say, "Go to sleep with a quiet mind and an empty belly, not to starve, but to rest fully and deeply." Just as the sun sets, the body is meant to let go of food, of thoughts, of tension. Eating with the sun isn't just a health rule. It's a form of respect for your body and for the day you've lived. In the next and final part, we'll bring all of this together, not as a checklist, but as a peaceful invitation to care for your aging body, with love, not pressure. So now we've walked through the quiet lessons of the monk's longevity diet. We didn't count calories, we didn't chase trends, we simply listened to what the body needs and what the heart already knows. Let's gently revisit the path we've taken. First, we learn to eat until we're 80% full, to stop before heaviness, to let the body feel light, not stuffed. Then we chose living foods over lifeless ones, foods that still carry the sun, the soil, and the seasons, foods that help us feel more alive, more steady, more clear. Next, we aligned with time. We learn to eat when the sun is up and rest when the sun is down, because the body has its own rhythm, and when we follow it, health flows more naturally. These are not rules, they are reminders of how life works best when lived with care. The monk's diet is not just about food, it's about presence. It's about how you sit when you eat, how you chew, how you notice fullness and know when to stop. It's about eating without distractions, without rushing, without guilt. It's about choosing a meal not for comfort but for nourishment, not to fill the stomach but to support the body. Each moment at the table becomes a moment of self-respect. In our later years, healing looks different. It's not about doing more, it's often about doing less, but with more intention. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need to change everything this week. You can begin with one habit, one food, one breath before you eat. Maybe you start by having dinner earlier tonight. Maybe you choose fresh vegetables instead of something from a box. Or maybe you simply slow down and really taste your next meal. These small shifts make a difference when done daily with care. There's a saying in Buddhist tradition, as the body ages, the spirit softens. Aging does not have to mean decline. It can also mean refinement, letting go of what no longer serves, holding close what truly matters. The monk's longevity diet is not just a way to live longer, it's a way to live more gently, to walk with less pain, to digest with more ease, and to approach each day with a quieter heart, not racing toward youth, but aging with dignity, with strength, with grace. So, which habit will you begin with? Will you try stopping before you're full? Will you shift to more living foods? Or perhaps you'll bring dinner time a little closer to the setting sun. Whatever you choose, take it slow. Be kind to yourself, be patient, and remember, this is not a diet, it's a form of loving discipline, it's a return to balance. And your body, no matter your age, will feel the difference. If this video brought you a moment of calm, or reminded you of something you already knew deep down, leave a comment below. Let us know what you're practicing or what wisdom stood out most. And if you'd like more peaceful, health-centered videos like this one, made for elders, not rushed by trends, please subscribe to this channel. This is a place for quiet learning, for real nourishment, and for honoring the gift of growing older with grace. Until next time, eat with presence, rest with rhythm, and treat every meal as a blessing.